KipKeino Classic that took place yesterday at the Nyayo Stadium. We also had a chance of speaking to Moses Mudhui, who's the Consumer Marketing Director at ABSA Bank, and he said that they've seen the event grow since they partnered with the KipKeino Classic, and they will not stop, of course, sponsoring the event. Let's listen in. So far with what you've seen?
I think the ABSA KipKeino Classic has moved from strength to strength. We started this in 2019. Then 2020, we did it in an empty stadium, just given what was happening in the country at the time and around the globe. The year that followed, we brought in the world's greats, Justin Gatlin. The years that followed, Shakari Richardson, and the really great athletes, our own Omanyala, our own athletes who do the long races and the field events. And it just keeps getting better. I think we are really excited that this time it's an evening event, and you can just hear the crowds in the stadium. It tells you that young people and Kenyans and people from around the country are really, really backing up this event, and ABSA continues to be very proud for the work that it continues to deliver.
From inside the stadium, the noise is very deafening, and the stadium is full. Probably from your own opinion, I mean, when you see people feel an event like this, how does it make you feel?
Look, first it tells us that we are all committed in elevating the profile of sports in the country. It tells you that young people are looking to contribute meaningfully. And it tells you young people are willing to explore their talents in international stages, the one that ABSA KipKeino Classic offers. So it ticks a lot of boxes. Young athletes, upcoming athletes, elite athletes, international athletes. The fact that it's a Diamond League event builds the profile of the country as it does the profile of athletes. So we're really proud to see it continue to become a great event.
You put in a lot of money this year, 35 million towards this event. Somebody will want to know, why is it that each year in, year out, this is the 7th year, you keep pumping money into the ABSA KipKeino Classic?
There's nothing that speaks Kenya louder than athletics. We are known around the globe to have the real raw talent and world level talent on athletics. And so for us, the return is not so much what happens on the day. The return is actually that we give people a stage to participate in a global stage. And we build brand Kenya as we build the ABSA brand. For us, the return is that we are building our country's brand, making our country proud, because we are all here to make our country prosper. So therefore, as we like to say in ABSA, your story matters. The story of Kenya matters. The story of Kenyans matters. The story of upcoming young athletes matters. I was in Kaptagat 2 weeks ago at the training camp, encouraging, and we have 7 athletes I met in Kaptagat who are here today. And seeing how excited they are to come to Nyayo Stadium at the ABSA KipKeino Classic, to get a chance to participate in even greater events, for me is fulfilling. And for us as ABSA, it's quite fulfilling.
And how long is this relationship gonna last? We've seen it for 7 years. Probably in the future, how long is it going to last?
I think ABSA's commitment to the country and ABSA's commitment to sports is not about to slow down. Yes. We're in golf, we're in athletics, we'll be doing some work around the football space. We're in junior space, we're in senior space, and so on and so forth. We really get inspired by athletes who've made it in the big stage, and we are working with them to become our brand ambassadors. So the importance of sports and the presence of ABSA in elevating the profile of sports is not about to go anywhere. And of course, we started off with the ABSA KipKeino Classic 7 years ago. We are not about to, right? And we'll continue to support. Yeah.
You continue to support. And as we wrap up this now, since that we are at the Nyayo Stadium, the biggest game in Kenyan football is happening on Sunday. Here at the Nyayo Stadium, FC Leopards are hosting Gor Mahia. Who are you, rooting for?
First of all, in that kind of game, it matters little who wins. It's just the environment that game creates. And just that celebratory environment, collegiality, whoever wins doesn't matter. You see fans hugging each other, bantering with each other. The Nganyas that come from around the city and from outside the city to bring fans into the Nyayo Stadium. So I'm looking forward to the spirit and the environment FC Leopards and Gor Mahia on this weekend presents. Less so about who takes it. Yeah, I think it's more the spirit it creates.
Now that you've spoken about the fans, of course we expect a lot of fans on Sunday here. I mean, ABSA KipKeino, we've seen in the stadium the number of people that have turned out, and when you take a look at we had a few when we had the HSBC Division 2 here at Nyayo Stadium. It was fully packed. I mean, are we slowly going to that culture of having more fans come back to witness what is happening in our sports space?
When we show up as fans, it's a lifestyle. It's a place to spend time on a Friday evening and on a Saturday or Sunday. From the rugby that was there to the Starlets game to what you're seeing today, really matters less what day it is in the week. People are really willing to show up and cheer their very best in track and field as well as in the other sporting events. So, and we really thank the institutions that create the space where people can show up and feel safe and feel like, they can be part of the community around sports. And everyone is looking forward to letting loose once in a while. And I guess this provides the environment for us to meet and be collegial and have a good time. I think it's also about having fun. Bring out your family and friends, creating those spaces outdoors. We encourage the younger generation and we see them. They're all over. They're leading the charge. So it's no longer the days where people feel the need to stay indoors. I think coming outdoors in events like this is something that we'll continue to see, and I'm really pleased to see the crowds that these events are pulling.
Let's now move to some football action, and the Nairobi East FKF branch empowered